Welcome to the No Spin News for Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. Stand up for your country. Last program of the month. So I guess we got to make it a really good one, and we will. I guarantee it. This will be a good use of your time. The big bill, beautiful bill, whatever Donald Trump has named it, is still kicking around. It changes every hour on the hour. We're taping in the late afternoon. It could change after we are finished, but I can't make a prediction on it. And that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So if the bill passes, it will increase the federal debt by about $4 trillion over the next 10 years. So this is not a cost-cutting bill. It's a cost-limiting bill. There's a difference. But the government continues to wildly spend tax dollars, and this bill is not going to stop that. But it's a lot better than what the Democrats want. And all Democrats will vote against this bill. Nobody's going to, because they don't want to cut anything. Now, President Trump has also said he wants to build a golden dome, which would protect the United States against missile attacks. Israel has it. He says, the president says, $175 billion ready in 3 years. No. It's about $350 billion in my estimate, and 5 years it would take. He'll be out of office by then. I don't know where this golden dome is going, but it's going to add to the debt. There's no question about it. Now, the major problem is there's no compromise in Washington. The Democratic Party, and I'm not a party guy. You know I'm a registered independent. They don't want to cut anything. Maybe a little defense, but they're not worried about Putin. They're not worried about China. They're not worried about anything. Just giving Americans money so they'll vote Democrat. That's what it's all about. So entitlements. You know, we'll pay for your health care. We're going to pay for your child raising. We're going to pay for this. We're going to pay for that. It never ends. And that's why we're at $37 trillion in the hole. So Donald Trump and the Republican Party count on 0 votes, as I said, to constrain any spending at all. And we saw that with DOGE. All right, so they exposed this unbelievable amount of waste and even fraudulent spending by the federal government, and the Democrats were just furious about it. They hate Elon Musk. People were burning his cars up. Why? Don't you want to know about wasteful spending? No, they don't. They want a colossus, a government that provides cradle-to-grave entitlements. That's socialism. That's what the Democrats want. Okay, so we can't find one Democrat, elected or famous, not one, that wants to cut anything out of the bloated budget. Go.
So we're fighting back, and particularly with what Republicans are trying to do with an $880 billion Medicaid cut, that would devastate not only our economy, but the health care of millions of Americans. Democrats are fighting back against that as well.
You're not fighting for anything but a big socialist government, Congressman. That's the truth. And you can make up excuses. Every time any program is cut, the media and you Democrats trot out, oh, look at this person. They're not going to get this. Oh, look at that. They're going to cut back this. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. All they want to do is reform Medicare. They want to take healthy men, ages 25 to 45, off the rolls of Medicaid unless they look for work. Is that unreasonable? It is not. Layabouts do not have the privilege of getting my tax money. I'm sorry. That's nowhere in the Constitution. That's a perversion of our system. A big-time perversion. And you people, Democrats, you support that. You support anybody getting on Medicaid and taking that free health care, even if they can work, but they won't because they're lazy or addicted or whatever. That's what you support. That's insane. Now, why is 45% of the American people still Democratic? I don't know. It's a party of insanity. It's an open border policy party. It's a spend until you bankrupt the nation party. Why? Joe Biden? That's all you need to know. And you still support? You voted for Kamala Harris after Biden? Yeah, you did. I think more than 60 million of you did. It's insane. So the reason that Democrats get away with this is, as I said before, they benefit from the unlimited money coming in. And that's buying votes. But even more than that, most Americans, I believe, I can't back it up with stats, but I believe this. They don't care about the debt or the deficit. They don't even know what that is. When you go, hey, how about that $37 trillion debt the country has. How does that affect you? They go, what? They don't know. They don't care. Because most people live in the moment. They live from what they see and they experience and they feel. They live for dinner. They live for a nap. They live for the game. They're not thinking out. If we can't get federal spending under control, the economy is going to collapse. They don't look at it that way. It's almost like the global warming deniers. There's global warming on the planet. It's provable. Now, how you deal with it, that's subject to debate. But if you got people walking around going, hey, there's no global warming, come on. Here's the temperature. It's the same thing. Now, is global warming going to wipe us out in 10 years? No. Should it be dealt with? Yes. But in a way that doesn't destroy the economy, which is what Democrats don't care. Any ridiculous, these windmills where I live off the coast of Long Island, they don't work. They don't work. Billions of dollars wasted. Okay, so the Democratic Party gets away with all this, and no Democrats in the House or Senate will vote for the big, beautiful bill because Americans, they don't care. If everybody was outraged as I am, the Democratic Party wouldn't even exist. They have to go out of business. They have to be another party. And that's a memo. Did you know that high blood pressure is the number one risk factor for mortality? 1 in 2 adults have it. That's a 50-50 chance you're a walking time bomb. But there is good news. You do not have to rely on big pharma to manage it. 120 Life is a blend of great tasting superfruit juices that have been shown to help lower blood pressure. Trusted by hundreds of doctors and thousands of people who have seen real results. It's trackable with a simple blood pressure monitor. You can see the changes for yourself. Plus, it's completely risk-free. If you don't see lower numbers in 2 weeks, you'll get all of your money back. Take control of your blood pressure today. Go to 120life.com. That's 120life.com and use code BILL to save 15%. Folks, this is serious. It's your life we're talking about. 120 Life can help. So I got a brand new YouTube bonus, they call it, YouTube bonus. Our channel is free, youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly, youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly. I want you to go to the YouTube channel and sign up. And it's on war, because it's Memorial Day weekend. All the wars that the USA have been in, I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, why they started, whether they were worth it or not. This is a really good commentary, so I hope you sign up for our YouTube channel. Let's go to Mike McCarthy in Chicago. Hey, Bill, I watch, it's been news every night. I get a physical each year. I'm 70 years old. The PSA is standard, and it's standard for me too. So that's why we need to hear from the president's physician, all right, Colonel O'Connor, under oath. We need to hear that. Carl Olszewski, Altoona, Pennsylvania. Hey, Bill, you've explained your opinion that Comey should not be prosecuted. It was terrible the way General Flynn was treated. So maybe Comey doesn't get convicted, but he does go bankrupt defending himself. So you want to do that? Don't you want to be a little more noble than that, Carl? I agree with you about Flynn. You want to do that to another human being, even though I don't like Comey, you don't like him? I don't think we want to do that. Tanya on the message board. What happened to the option of destroying Russian economy through the banking system? You said that would happen. Does the option no longer exist? No, it exists. Trump is absolutely trying to get the ceasefire in Ukraine without dropping bombs on Putin economically. That's what he's trying to do. But it's still in play. Concierge member Janet, concierge membership very important to your life. Please check it out on BillO'Reilly.com. My team will help you. It is worth it. Bruce Springsteen should be deported, citizenship denounced. Any American citizen with a big microphone should not in another country denounce their country. You can't deport over speech. I mean, you could do it if you're not a citizen. That's what Trump administration is doing to the anti-Semites. but they're not citizens. So, John Westfall, Buckeye, Arizona. I wanted to share something with you, O'Reilly, and to thank you. A couple of weeks ago in a segment, you mentioned going to the dermatologist. After watching that, I made an appointment. They found skin cancer on my forearm. I had a procedure and it was removed. Thank you for reminding me. Well, you're welcome. Dermatology, got to do it. You're over 50, got to have a dermatologist. Got to check you out. And you don't want to go through that skin cancer thing. Ed Conchar, Kalama, Washington. I listen to audiobooks while driving. Getting to listen to your books, Bill, are a pleasure since I don't have time to read them. I learn a lot. Okay, I mean, I know time is tight, particularly if you're spending all the time on this. This just is a time killer here. But audiobooks, my 13 killing books, Confronting the Presidents, everything available on audio. And by the way, I'm sorry about that. If you sign up for premium or concierge membership, you get the upcoming book, September 9th, Confronting Evil, free. Free. Okay? That's what you want to do. And you go to our store, we've got a Memorial Day bundle, Killing the Rising Sun, Killing Patton, Killing the SS. You'll like them all. Okay, all for one great price. And then we have the Not Woke mugs for Dad for Father's Day. We've twinned it with Killing Crazy Horse. So you can give Dad a mug and one of our most exciting books together. Tremendous deal. And then we have the Not Woke gear for Dad and you and Granddad and everybody else. Okay, we got the polos, really good looking. T-shirts, and they're not made in China, and Not Woke baseball hats and the mugs. Where did they not be a quidnunc? Love this word. Quidnunc. Quidnunc. Back with final thought about what I'm doing for the next 9 days. Did you know that high blood pressure is the number one risk factor for mortality? 1 in 2 adults have it. That's a 50-50 chance you're a walking time bomb. But there is good news. You do not have to rely on Big Pharma to manage it. 120 Life is a blend of great tasting superfruit juices that have been shown to help lower blood pressure. Trusted by hundreds of doctors and thousands of people who have seen real results. It's trackable with a simple blood pressure monitor. You can see the changes for yourself. Plus, it's completely risk-free. If you don't see lower numbers in 2 weeks, you'll get all of your money back. Take control of your blood pressure today. Go to 120life.com. That's 120life.com and use code BILL to save 15%. Folks, this is serious. It's your life we're talking about. 120 Life can help. Tax day's over, but for many Americans, the trouble is just beginning. If you missed the April 15th deadline or still owe back taxes, listen up. The IRS is filing more than 5,000 new tax liens every day. And with tools like property seizures, bank levies, wage garnishments, they are applying pressure at levels we have never seen. But Tax Network USA has you covered. Are you self-employed or a business owner? They specialize in cleaning up financial chaos to get you back on track. You can still regain control. The consultation is absolutely free. Acting now could stop penalties, threatening letters, and surprise levies from escalating. So please call 800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com/bill. Deadline is passed. Let Tax Network USA help you before the IRS makes their next move. 800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com/bill. All right, here's the final thought of the day. As many of you know, I'm off to North Asia. I wrote something about it. I discussed it on Hannity Radio today. I discussed it in a bunch of places. So here's the deal. My son just graduated with a degree in political science. I said to him, "Where to go? I'll take you anywhere in the world for a graduation present." I was hoping Tahiti, maybe. No, he wants to go to North Asia. So we're going to Japan, fly to Tokyo first. Then I've been invited to do a seminar Q&A for 2 hours in Beijing with the Chinese government and media. Big. really big. And the reason they invited me was my book, The United States of Trump, which is a hot item now in China because everybody wants to know what Donald Trump is really like. And I tell you, that'll be fascinating. So it's going to be a closed door session, but I made an arrangement. If the Chinese want to use some of it, put it out to the public, they can, but I have to get the access too, so I can show it to you. I'm hoping that happens. Very polite and respectful, the Chinese have been to me, I have to say. And I told my son, I said, look at the way they handle themselves over there. It is a totalitarian state, and we have to be very careful there. Can't bring our cell phones, can't do any of that. But look how respectful and who they are. So my message is going to be very interesting. I'm going to tell them anything they want to know about Donald Trump. And there's nobody in the world who knows him better than I do as far as the journalist is concerned. And then I'm going to say, you know what? What the president would really like is to partner up with China and be peacemakers throughout the world because it's good for business. It's good for your people. It's good for our people. If China and the USA would ally in the cause of peace, we're never going to convince the communists not to be communists. So just let that go. We don't need a nation build there. But what Donald Trump wants is to form an alliance with China that would overwhelm guys like Putin and the mullahs who are just evil, okay? Because the two most powerful countries in the world together demanding peace, that's my message. So I think that's positive. Now, the other thing is I can't be me, all right? I can't be Sammy Davis Jr. I got to be me. I can't be Mr. Bombast over there. I can't be confrontational. I can't. I'm bringing gifts. I'm bringing car. I've got to be a different version of what you see and hear when I broadcast because they just couldn't process. There's nobody in Chinese media like me, not even close. Okay, if there were, that person would not be around long. Now I'm not afraid. People go, "Oh, I'm going to be friend." No, I'm not. I'm staying right next to the American embassy. The State Department knows I'm going there. President Trump knows I'm going there. Everybody knows that they're going to be nice to me, I think. And my son's 6'5" and a lacrosse player, so we're in good shape. But I am hoping to do some good over there. I'm walking a tightrope. I'm a journalist, and that's why I'm going. I'm going to get unbelievable stories to report back to you. Incredible stuff. But I'm also trying to help my country. And maybe I can. Maybe I can. I don't know. I'll know after the 2 hours, and they're giving us a free supper, and that presents a problem because I can't do the chopsticks. So I'm going to have to bring a spoon. I tried, so I can't get the chopstick thing down. I'm Irish. I don't have chopsticks in here. So anyway, we're going to go in with a very positive outlook. But I can't be a wise guy, and I can't be doing confrontation. I can't be doing Chris Cuomo stuff. I can't be doing Barney Frank. They already know who I am. Believe me. They know top to bottom who I am and what I do. They're watching this right now. They watch all media, particularly people they invite over. But I am very happy to be invited and very flattering. And I'm going to try to do some good. All right. So that is the final thought. We will report on BillO'Reilly.com every day. We'll have a photo gallery for you. I'll do little commentaries about what happens. Okay. And then when I get to Korea after China, then I'll be able to call in and do, a little more extensive stuff. So stay with us every day on BillO'Reilly.com because this is a historic thing. I don't think there's been any journalist ever who's done anything like this. And I'm very flattered, as I said, to do it. And if I don't come back, thank you very much for helping me throughout my career. But I'll be back. I want you to have a good Memorial Day weekend, and we'll see you on June 2nd. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, Please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.